Hello everyone, it's Dawn here, and today we're going to be continuing with our watercolour pencil series, and we're going to paint a church. Now I've already done a background and a setting just to give it an identity, and we're going to only use 3 pencils. This is going to be a very simple project. I've already drawn it up just to make it a bit quicker, and we will need a mid-tone brown, an earth brown and a black, and that's all we're going to need. So let's get going. And I'm going to start with our mid-tone brown. I'm using raw umber. If you have a raw umber in your pencil range, that's absolutely fine. But if you haven't, just use something similar. That's no problem at all. And we are going to just shade it on like this. We're just going to start off at the edge, at the bottom here, and shade on quite nicely, quite simply, following the lines, and we're going to do that all over our church, all over the front of the church here, and we keep on doing that. It can be a bit of a laborious project. You can actually put another tone of brown if you want to, but we're not going to for this one. We're going to keep this one relatively quick and simple. It might take a little while to get this done, but we're going to keep it as simple and as quick as we possibly can. And all we do, if we shade it quite rough, obviously keeping to the lines, we will get that texture in the stonework. And what we do need to do, we just need to shade on a bit harder underneath the roof here, because obviously it will be darker. So we'll just make that a bit darker. And over here, this is the shadowy side. So we'll just make that a bit darker as well. And we'll just keep coming round just like that. Just follow the lines round and just keep shading up into that area there. And we'll keep going nice and thick for this area. Because it's in shadow, we'll keep it nice and thick. And then we'll do this tower at the back, so we cut around the roof just like that. Up there, again underneath that roof part, or the steeple part of that part there, we will make it a bit darker because it's in shadow, obviously. And so we'll keep doing that, and we're nearly done with this section. It is a bit laborious, as I've said, but we'll get there, no problem. So there we go, that's that part done. So we're going to shade that straight on. Then I'm going to take a brush, a medium round brush. I think a round brush is best for this because it gets into all those little bits that you need to without going over the lines. So just stroke that down, coming round the window here. We'll deal with the windows very shortly. In fact, we'll probably do those next. And then dip into our water again. I've just got my water pot over there, as you can probably see. Actually, it's not a proper pot as such, it's a mug. It's an old Christmas mug that I don't actually use for drinking. But I've got another one identical to it. It's quite a clever mug actually, because when it's got lights on it, if I just quickly turn it around and show it to you, just for fun, it's got a Christmas tree on it. And when you put warm water in there, a warm liquid, these little lights light up. So that's just a little distraction there for you. But I've got an identical one. But as I've got 2, I thought I'd use this one for my water pot when I paint, but only in watercolour pencils. If I'm going to use traditional watercolour, I usually use a slightly bigger pot or a little bucket. But anyway, we're going to carry on, and that part is finished. And then we're going to take our black, and we're going to use the black to put in the windows because there are no lights on at the moment. So we're just going to keep it simple and keep the windows nice and dark. So just go around the edge or the shape of our windows and just shade them in like that, quite simply. So if we do the outline first, because that gives them their shape, and then we can just go through the middle like that, and we have our windows quite simply. And you can always adjust the shapes and the sizes if you're not happy with them, but I think that's good enough. And then all we need is our reddy brown, our earth brown. I'm using an Indian red, but you can use burnt sienna or any earth red you've got, or earth brown you've got. And we're going to start with the roof of the steeple back here, or the roof of the tower. And we're going to shade that in horizontal. We're going to keep the shading for this part horizontal, because this would be a tiled roof. And we're not going to paint in all the tiles individually, good heavens no. But we're going to give the impression of tiles by shading in a horizontal manner, or a horizontal direction like that. Just like that. And we're going to do the same, of course, on the roof of the church. So we'll just go down like that, come down to the edge, just like that, and then make sure we get the shape of our roof. Go across the top like that. So again, it's a bit of a repetitive process this, but we get there. And then all we do, once we've got the shape sorted out, we just fill it in, again, in a horizontal direction, because obviously the tiles will have been laid horizontally. If you wanted to, just to give it a bit of tone, we're not going to, you could actually add a second shade if you wanted to, but we won't bother doing that today. And then you just blend that with your pencil. We are getting there. I haven't forgotten about the door, we'll come to that in a minute. So we'll just keep going, we'll just get the roof done. I haven't forgotten about the door, I really haven't. So we'll just keep going, we'll just get this roof sorted out and painted in and blended. And then we'll seal to the door, because otherwise it's going to look a bit odd, isn't it? But just to keep things simple, you can use any colour for the door really, but just to keep things simple, I think we're going to use this same reddy brown. Let's just actually give the roof a bit of a shading back here, because that will be in shade anyway, so it'll look darker. And if we just give that a bit of a shading there, so right down to the bottom like that, down to the ground, up round there, so it'll be the same colour. It could be. It's our church, we can paint it any way we like. So when you do your own church, you can paint yours a different colour if you like, and I'm going to switch to a smaller brush, because it's only a small door, or a small painting anyway. And then all I'm going to do, we're nearly there, all I'm going to do is take my black and put the division, because this is a double door, as a lot of these old churches are, and I'm just going to put a shade around there, and two little door handles, and we are done. There we go. And there is our church. Oh, we haven't put a cross on the top. Can't do that. Let's use this. Same colour. Like that. Just nice and simple like that. Just finishes it off. Bit fussy, I know, but there you go. And there we have our lovely country church. Well, I hope you've enjoyed that, and that you give us a thumbs up. And I'd love you to subscribe to our channel so that you never miss an upload. Click the notification bell and YouTube will let you know when I upload another video. And until tomorrow, when we'll be back with another project, please do stay safe, have fun with whatever you're doing for the rest of the day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye till then.